Hello, I'm Howie Sheriff, and welcome to another show from You Call This Yoga, an educational nonprofit organization. Today we have the pleasure of bringing back Brenda Schnable, award-winning author and yoga therapist. Brenda will help you reduce stress with chair yoga. Let's welcome Brenda back.
Hi, I'm Brenda Schnable, and I'm here to talk to you about reducing stress. Stress is not always a bad thing. It kept us alive for many years when we didn't live in this civilized society, when we were more nomadic, when we would be chased by a bear or something like that. Stress would kick in, the cortisol would kick in, and that's what would save our lives. However, we don't live in that kind of society anymore. But our body doesn't know that, and it reacts the same way. When we're stressed out, our cortisol levels, those are the stress hormones, kick in, and they stay higher and higher because we are always busier and busier and doing more and more. And the holidays can be a very stressful time, with family coming in, with presents we've got to buy, all the things that go on piled on top of our everyday life. So to reduce stress, there's some things that you can do. Again, not just during the holidays, but throughout the whole year. One of those is listening to smooth, quiet music, calming music. Another stress technique, management technique, is breathing. We call this pranayama in yoga. And we're going to do that right now. The first one we're going to do is called three-part breathing. It's always helpful to close your eyes when you do breathing exercises, but if you find that is uncomfortable for you, you can look at what we call a drishti point or a focal point and just stare at that, softening the gaze, closing those eyelids a little bit. So, to start out with three-part breathing, we can keep the hands on the lap, or to really feel and experience that, we can put the hands at the bottom of our ribs. Go ahead and close your eyes or soften your gaze, and try to breathe into your hands. Making your breath move in and out from the center of the body out into the hands. We take long, slow, deep breaths, and immediately we can start to feel the effects that the stress is starting to reduce. When we're stressed out, we tend to breathe from our chest. So taking long, deep breaths, begins to calm that stress down. Continuing to breathe out and in and out through the side, from the center to the sides of the body and back. We add in top and bottom. So place your hands, one on the belly and the other on the chest. And And feel the breath move up and down. Before it was moving horizontally, now it's moving vertically. And the third part of three-part breathing is breathing front and back. So we've got the breath moving horizontally, vertically, and now we're going to move it in and out. Imagine your lungs moving forward and your back moving away from you. So you're moving the lungs this direction. So you can put the hand on the chest and maybe, if you like, on the upper back. And try to breathe into the hands. I know it's a lot to remember, so just do 1, 2, or all 3 until it becomes comfortable. Because we don't want you to get stressed out breathing. And then go ahead and place the hands on the lap. And continue that deep breathing, lengthening, widening, and deepening the breath. Without force or without effort, just let it grow naturally. Let it be rhythmic, like the waves of the ocean. They gently roll into the shore and roll out to the sea. Let your breath do the same. So when you're feeling stressed at work, you can just sit in your office chair, close your eyes, and just take a couple deep breaths. The next thing we're going to do is some yoga asanas, or yoga postures. We tend to hold a lot of stress in our neck, our jaw, our shoulders. So that's kind of what we're going to focus on today, although stress affects every part of the body. So to begin to loosen up and relax the neck muscles and the jaw muscles, we're just going to open the mouth a little bit and move the jaw around. We can also do a little massage. Take the fingertips and in the circular motion underneath the jaw, begin to move them back, behind the ears, and down the neck. A little self-massage here. Again. And a third time for good measure. And when you get to the shoulders the third time, just give them a little squeeze. And then sit nice and tall in a chair. You want the hips and the knees in a line, the knees and the ankles to be in a line. So you don't want to be all slumped over because that affects the breathing. So you want to fill the lungs with the deep breath. So stand nice, or actually sit nice and tall. We're going to roll those shoulders up, back, and down, relax them. And then we're going to take the chin towards the chest to stretch the back of the neck. Now to increase that stretch, if you'd like, you can interlace those fingers and place the hands on the back of the head letting the elbows fall forward. And then continue with your 3-part breathing. Then gently remove the hands down to the side. And we're going to sweep them to the back of the chair or to the seat of the chair. Roll those shoulders back, widening through those collarbones, lifting that heart. And we're going to stretch the front of the throat. So don't just lift the head. Think about going from the V-notch to the neck and coming all the way up. And to increase that stretch, if you'd like, you can take the lower lip and place it over the upper lip. And slowly come back to center. We're going to take that right ear to the right shoulder. We're going to drop that left shoulder down. We're going to stretch the left side of the neck here. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, begin to bring that left ear and left shoulder together. Inhale and stretch them apart, like an accordion. Gently squeezing and stretching the muscle. Then we're going to slowly come over to the other side and do the same thing. Stretching the right side of the neck. I'm doing these about 4 to 6 times, but you can do it as many times as it's comfortable for you and what you think your body needs to loosen those tight neck muscles up and release that tension. And slowly come back to center. Some shoulder work. We're going to begin to release the tension and the stress in the shoulders by rolling those shoulders up, back, down, and around. Check in with your breath to still notice if you're breathing from the belly up, in and out, front and back, or if you're just starting to breathe from the chest again. And if you are, that's okay. Just take the breath a little bit deeper and longer. One more time in this direction, and then we're going to roll the shoulders forward. Now this is one of my favorites, and one of the favorites in my classes. We take the shoulders up and we drop them down. Take them up and drop them down. And then just exhale audibly. And then double time. And then quarter time. And you actually sound like you're laughing, and you begin to laugh. And laughing is a great way to reduce stress. So let's do it. And your arms get loose. And that tension just drains right out of you. And you start to smile. And nothing is better for relieving stress than smiling and laughing. Once more. Don't you feel better already? All right, here we go. Another thing for the shoulders and upper back. We're going to take the back of the hands together and the chin to the chest. And we're going to just open them out to the side and lift the heart. We tend to also cave in the chest when we're stressed. So we want to open that heart up, let that breath flow, which we discussed earlier, helps reduce stress. And this also takes care of the stress in the back of the shoulders and the upper back. And then we're going to bring the hands to the lap, and we're just going to begin to tuck the chin and tailbone under, rounding the back, pulling the belly button in towards the spine, releasing the stress in the back and lifting the heart. This is our cat and cow in yoga. You can do this with every breath, exhaling as you round the back, inhale as you arch, or you can stay for a breath or two and then move. To add a little bit more of a stretch, we're going to bring the hands up, and as we inhale, we're going to really squeeze the shoulder blades together, bring the arms back. Exhale, round, bring the arms up. Exhale and inhale at your own pace, at your own rhythm. This really opens up the chest, works the upper back. One more variation. Bring the palms out in front, chin to chest, round that back. Inhale and open out to the side. And exhale. In my yoga classes, I call this the Titanic move. If you remember Kate and Leo on the Titanic and he's king of the world, this is it. This is saying to the world, I'm not stressed out, I'm in control, and I feel wonderful. Then we're going to bring the hands about even with the shoulders. And then we're just going to twist side to side. Twist to the right and to the left. Then we're going to bring the arms all the way up, and then we're just going to let them go limp. So bend the wrists, bend the elbows, tuck the chin in, take a deep inhale, and begin to roll down and roll up. Nice gentle stretch. We're going to exhale and roll down. And inhale and roll up. Do this a couple more times. This begins to release the stress that you may have in the lower back. And then we're going to come down and we're just going to hang here in our ragdoll position. Now if this is uncomfortable for you, please keep your hands on the knees or the arms on the knees and just let the head hang. Find what's comfortable for you so you can just let that stress dissolve away. And focus on that breath. You should feel it in the low back here. In fact, you may want to put your hands here so you can feel it. and bring them back down into ragdoll. And when you're ready, tuck that chin in. And we're going to slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. And then we're going to lift that right arm up. And we're going to stretch from the seat of the chair through the front of the body. And go all the way back, stretching the torso, stretching the entire front of the body. Really opening it up. We're going to do this one more time on each side. Inhale, up and back. And exhale, coming back down. Sit nice and tall. And bring the chin towards the chest. And we're just going to roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Inhale to center and roll the left ear to the left shoulder. Close the eyes if you like. Go nice and slow. And when the chin comes to the chest, stay right there and just slide it along the collarbone, shoulder to shoulder, like a pendulum. Make sure your shoulders don't creep up. Then when the chin comes to the right side, we're going to lift it up and make an arc over to the left side. And up and over to the right. And then we're going to come back to center. And we're going to take that right ear to the right shoulder. And you're going to take that left hand and sweep it around and hold on to the hand or wrist and gently draw the left hand over to the right. Close those eyes and take your attention to the left side of the neck. Take the breath to the left side of the neck to release those muscles even more, to release that stress and let it go. And then slowly release that hand and take the left ear to the left shoulder. Drop those shoulders down. Sweep that right arm over to the left side. Hold on to the hand or wrist and breathe in to that right side of the neck. And come back to center. And we're going to end with another breathing technique called alternate nostril breathing. So you basically take your thumb and your index finger, your ring finger, and you alternate between those nostrils. You can curl the index finger and middle finger in towards the palm. If that's uncomfortable, you can put them up on your forehead as well. So we're going to close off the left nostril. Breathe in through the right. Pause, close off the left nostril with the thumb, the right nostril with the thumb, and exhale through the left nostril. Pause. Inhale through the left. Close it off with the ring finger, exhale through the right. That's one round of alternate nostril breathing. Do about a minute of that or more, and that's about 12 breaths. So let's start. If you don't have a timer, you can use your other hand to help you count. And that was about 6 breaths, 6 rounds. So to review some of the techniques we've learned today, our breathing techniques, the 3-part breathing we learned at the beginning, and the alternate nostril breathing. A calm, soothing environment, including soft music, and some yoga asanas. May your holidays be stress-free, and your rest of the year be stress-free. Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank you, Brenda. Well, I hope that was helpful for you. I sure feel better. Please visit our website, youcallthisyoga.org, for articles, videos, and class details. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Namaste.